Okay, last session we discussed about components, right? How to add a component and what is a component. One approach we learned, that is inline how to design a component. We discussed about that. So I hope everyone tried. No issue, na? Everyone tried that. Have any issues related to this? All are clear with this, huh? No issues, right? Fine. Everyone done it, right? Okay, fine. So next important, after understanding how do we create a component by using inline. Yeah, what error you got? So you let me know about towards the end so that I can take a look over it, okay? If you have any problem, let me. So last session we discussed how to add a component by using inline technique. Inline technique means everything is designed in one file, right? How to create a component, how to register the component, how to keep it in the startup. All these points we discussed. Now let's see another technique. That means another technique is adding components, adding component using code behind technique, right? Code behind technique. So that means here the main concept is cleanly separating everything. So in code behind technique, so the UI will be in HTML file and the styles will be in CSS file. The logic will be in TS file. That means we are cleanly separating everything. So what is advantage is easy to extend, easy for unit testing, separation of logic and UI, separating the logic and UI so that we can individually handle with them. Easy for unit testing, easy for extending, right? These are important points. But one of the main point is, so using separate files will increase the number of requests will increase the number of requests, and also the load time. Also the load time. That is always a problem that you have to face when you are using separate files. Will increase the number of requests and also the load time. But Angular is modular, means only the library needed for that component will be loaded. So it's okay. That is not a big problem because only component based framework will be loaded. That is the reason. So it will be better to maintain a component with the separate files if you want the extensibility, if you want easy for testing. So that is code behind technique. Let's see how to do that, how we can add that. So how to add a component using code behind technique. Currently, I started the project and the component address, this component is ready. Let's design another component here. How to design the component? So let's go to first app folder. In our project, we need to go to app folder. So left side, we need to go to app folder. In the app folder, we need to add our components. So if you are trying to keep separate files, then what you do is add a new folder. So we have a new folder button. Click a new folder button. In the app folder, we are adding a subfolder. And I will give here as login. Login is the folder. So in the login folder, every component will have 3 files. So that means we need to maintain these 3 files for our component: HTML, CSS, and TS. So let's select login folder and add a new file. Click on new file button. You can add a new file. So in our shopping project, at the top you can see new file and new folder. Add a new file, and here the first file. So we need 3 files. I will give login.component.ts. That is the file that contains logic. Okay. Now I will add another file. Into it, I will add another file. In the same folder, login.component.html. That is where it contains logic, the presentation. Okay. And another new file. And here login.component.css. It contains the effects. And enter. All the 3 files are ready. So we have the logic and TypeScript file, HTML file, and CSS file. Now let's go to the login component.ts. So how to create a component? First point, go to app folder and add a new subfolder by name login. We added a subfolder